Good day everybody, it's Guy here. Today I want us to look at something very important. I believe this video is going to clarify a lot of things that people are still struggling with. Guys, as I always say, if you're coming to your charts and you don't know exactly what you're looking for, you're simply gambling. You need to know exactly what you're looking for way before you even come to your charts. I already know what I'm looking for today, okay? Because I do my analysis during the night when the market closed. So I did my analysis last night and today I know exactly what I'm looking for, okay? This setup is very simple, very easy. As you can see, you just wait for a trend day like this and then the next day you get your opportunity. You take this move all the way down, okay? And then another opportunity is this one. You take it all the way to the top. So these are the two trades you take on this week like this. So in simple terms, the more you sit on your hands, the more profitable you're going to be. You need to know when to sit on your hands and when to take an execution. This is very important. You must know when exactly to take a trade, okay? So without any further ado, let me explain this entire strategy in full details with you. Let's go on. Let's go through each and every step, okay? So as you can see here, I provided a step-by-step guide with all the steps required, okay? This is the trend continuation strategy, okay? So I've provided step-by-step guides and this is all you need to follow, okay? The first one says trend day. And as I've already explained, guys, there is a number of things that come to this, okay? We don't just say it's a trend day, okay? We need to know if the day was trending or not. And how are we going to know that? I told you, it must violate the previous day's high or the previous day's low, okay? Say for instance, I just want to run through this thing quite quick, okay? But I'll be showing you on the charts. Let's say we had a day that did something like this, okay? And this day was inside the previous day's low and the previous day's high. Let's say for instance, if you look here, let's say this is yesterday's high and this is yesterday's low. In this case, obviously it will mean that prices came to this low. Let's say maybe they did something like this, okay? Yes, this was on this day. So obviously this is gonna be this day's high and this black line here is gonna be this day's low. So if we have a day like this day obviously guys is inside here. It did not violate yesterday's high, nor did it violate yesterday's low. So this day is nothing, okay? It's not important to us. However, if the following day they do something like this, okay, sorry, they do something like this and they go all the way to the top, okay? So now what do we have? We have yesterday's high here, right? And then we have yesterday's low here, okay? Yes, we're gonna use the closing price as well, okay? But yesterday's highs and yesterday's low. In this case here, what did they do? They violated this region over here, okay? This region is violated. This region is violated. So this is our trend day, okay? So in order to have a trend day, they must violate yesterday's high and yesterday's low, okay? Not and, actually or, okay? They must violate yesterday's high or yesterday's low. So let's jump quite quick to our charts. There are certain things I want to show you, okay? If we look at oil, I told you about the things you have to look for each and every day. Things like structure, things like candlestick pattern, things like chart pattern. I've already explained those things in detail in my recent videos. If you didn't watch those, you are gonna get confused, okay? Please go and watch them. I will put one in the first comment. I'll pin it there, okay? So since I assume you understand that, let me show you what happens right now. If you look at oil yesterday, what did it do? We had this day here, it violated this area here. However, when it violates, it's important for us to know if the violation is a stop hunt or if it's a real breakout, okay? Because some days, yes, they will violate, but it becomes a breakout. It becomes just a stop hunt, okay? So in this case, it's just one candle down, one candle up, okay? They retracted. So in other words, this tells us that this is just a stop hunt, okay? If we are not sure, we can just wait for the next day to see if they are giving a setup. But when you come here, guys, look at this. Look at this. They violated this black dotted line, which is high of the previous day, okay? You can see this is the high of the previous day and this is the low of the previous day. Okay, this is just a daily high and daily low indicator, okay? But you can just draw lines if you don't really love the indicator. It's not something complicated at the end of the day. So they violated this. This simply means that this qualifies to be what? To be a trend, okay? Trend day. This qualifies to be a trend day, okay? So when I'm doing my analysis during the night, I'm gonna mark this one as trend day, and I'm gonna write this one in whatever I will be using. If I'm using a Google Doc, I'm gonna write it there. If I'm using a book, I'm gonna write it there. If I'm using a board, I'm gonna write it there, okay? Because the following day I'll be looking for an execution on this day, okay? Now let's go to step number 2. I believe now you understand, okay? We need a trending day that breaks the previous day's high or low. And some days, yes, they will come and break, but you need to know if the breakout is legit or if it's a stop hunt, because some days, yes, they will just come and break, go back from that, okay? Why? Because they just came to stop hunt, okay? So this is important to understand. So let's go to the next step, okay? I've already explained these things. I try to explain in details at the end of the day. Okay, step number 2, we need a reversal, not just a reversal, okay? This one, we combine it with this one. We need a reversal to at least key levels. What are our key levels, guys? I told you we have 5 key levels, okay? We have 5 key levels, okay? One is yesterday's high, okay? The other one is yesterday's low. The other one is yesterday's closing price. And then the other one is resistance, of course. And then we have another one which is support, okay? So wherever there is support or wherever there is resistance, they are most likely gonna react to that region. Where there's a high and a low, the same thing is gonna happen, okay? Which is also applicable to the close, okay? So let's proceed. So the second step is what? We need a pullback. Okay, let's see. This is oil, right? Today we have the pullback we are looking for. We have the pullback we are looking for. And another important thing is to actually understand the times at which that asset moves, okay? Oil can move in London and it can move in the United States, the New York session, okay? Mostly it's gonna be around the New York session, okay? So you need to know if it's the yen, it moves more in Asia, but if it's paired with the pound, it moves more in London. However, because there's yen and pound, it can move during the Asia, or else it can move well during the London session. So you need to know what time does this asset move, okay? If it's something from Asia, obviously it's gonna move during the Asian session. If it's something from the Euro, it's gonna move during the London session. So guys, if it's something like indices and something that has to do with the US, it's gonna move during the New York session, okay? So on this one, we got the pullback. Which key levels do we have? I told you, do your analysis on a 1 hour time frame, okay? However, to see the key levels, you can switch to a 15-minute time frame, okay, or a 5-minute time frame, because when we switch down here, you can see we have a key level over here. We have a key level over here because this is where prices bounced, okay? We have this day's closing price here. This is another key level, okay? This is another key level. However, if they come and break this one, then we can render this setup invalidated. We just need to see what are they doing when they come to these levels. What are they doing when they come to these levels? And we know about structure. We know about patterns. We know about candlestick patterns, okay? So when they give you a chart pattern or the right candlestick pattern somewhere around here, guys, this is a good setup that you can take to where? All the way back to the top, because our first target is this high. However, I say divide your size in half and one take here because you need to get paid, and sometimes they'll just come and react and reverse. However, you can hold one till the close. So one gets hit here, the other one you hold it till the close. Okay, nothing complicated with this. Nothing complicated with this. Okay, so I just combined the pullback with the key levels, hence now I just showed the key levels, okay? And then when they are at the key levels, what are they doing? I shared with you chart patterns and candlestick patterns, okay? I shared all this information with you. I told you we have 3 candlestick patterns that we look for. I told you we have different kind of patterns, okay? And I actually also told you that if you look here, this is the playbook which is in the description, okay? This strategy here, it's 2 strategies for currency. This one is for indices. If you look at this, the one for indices, you have all the chart patterns you'll ever need. I've put all the chart patterns you'll ever need. all the chart patterns that I use, because they don't just use any chart pattern. Okay, I've put all the chart pattern that you need here. Okay, and this strategy is here. So here you have different kind of strategies, but as I always advise, use one, master one, become good at it. Okay, don't try to maneuver through 3 or 4 different kind of strategies. Use only one. That is highly important. Okay, but you have all the patterns here under the index one. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, let's go back. As I said, now they are at a key level on oil. We need to know, what are they doing? Are they going to give us a chart pattern? Are they going to give us a candlestick pattern? And then if they do, then we execute. But let's go to another one, because I want you to be able to differentiate this one. Okay, however, if it just keeps falling, you have nothing to do on the day. Please note the differences. I want to show you something. Please note the differences. Let's go to CAD. Okay, I have different kind of profiles here. Where is USD-CAD? Let's go to USD-CAD. As I said, step 1, right? We need a trend day. Remember, trend day. It violated this region here. Okay, so this one obviously qualifies to be a trend day. Okay, I want to show you something interesting here, because this is what confuses people. People take whatever they come across. Guys, prices are always moving, and that's the disadvantage that we have. However, as Warren Buffett always says, we have one advantage to ourselves. We are not forced to take anything. Okay, we can sit on our hands as much as we want. We can sit on our hands the whole week. Okay, we decide when we want to open, and that's one of the most important advantages that we have. If we don't have anything we understand, we should stand back and just watch. Okay, unfortunately, people come to this industry with the wrong expectations. Okay, they expect that they're always gonna make this and make this, and in their head they've already worked out how much they want to make in a specific month. It doesn't work like that. It's all about the opportunities that are presented, because months are not going to be the same. Some weeks they're going to give you maybe 10 setups and you are able to take as many as you can. Some weeks they'll give you maybe 1 or nothing. Use the advantage of sitting on your hands. That's highly important, and that's what will always separate the best from the crowd. Sit down when there is nothing. So look at this day. It's a trend day. It closed here. What do we expect the following day? We go to step 2, so easy. We expect a reversal to a key level, right? We expect what? We expect something like this. Pull back. Give us a pattern. We want to continue with you all the way to the upside, okay? So when a day does something like this, we already know that our first target is the high. However, we had a key level somewhere here. Okay, we had a key level. You see, this is the high of this day. Yes, you can project these days through, okay, because they will most likely use that area as well. And when we say a level, it's not supposed to just be a line. You know, people spend most of the time struggling trying to figure out how to draw trend lines, how to do this and how to do that. Those things are not important. These things are areas. Once they come to a level, just observe their behavior. What are they doing? Okay, what are they doing? If they keep going down, well, it's fine. Okay, there's nothing for us to do. But if they start building something here, understand structure, they change structure, they give you a big, beautiful pattern with the right candlestick patterns, you take it. I've explained those things in my recent videos, and I can't keep repeating the same thing, because all the videos I post are just going to be a repetition of one thing. Those are the most important thing you need to master. Okay, so I suggest please go and watch it. Okay, so this again, this was a trend day. This is another trend day. Okay, so because this was a trend day, we got the opportunity on this day and we capitalized on it. Okay, we are not always taking. That's why on this day we did nothing. Okay, because there was no trend day. So this is what we expect. We want to take this. Okay, however, this also by itself becomes a trend day. Okay, so this simply means even the next day we are looking for, let's say this is the high, right? This is the low. So the next day, obviously the closing price will be somewhere around here. Let me just put the closing price, because now I want to share something significant with you. You see here, this is the closing price, this is the high. Okay, so what are we expecting? What are we anticipating? Obviously, when we come on this day, it doesn't matter which day it is, okay? When we come on this day, now what are we expecting? We are still expecting a pullback to a key level. When you are on an hourly time frame, you might not see some key levels, but look at this. There was a pullback here. If you go to a 15-minute time frame, you see that this is a key level, okay? So of course, if this is a key level, you watch what they do here. If they keep going down, well, fine, there's nothing we're gonna do, okay? However, if they give us the right pattern with the right candlestick, we want to take it all the way up, okay? So this is what we look for. This is what we do. If it's not there, we don't do anything under the strategy, okay? But look at this now. Say for instance, we are expecting them to come back down, but all of a sudden, they start doing something like this, they do something like this, then they give us something like this. This is a change of events. The entire dynamics have changed. Why? Because we were expecting them to drop prices so that we can buy low. Remember, buy low, sell high. But if they give us something like this could be building up a sell high opportunity. But you're not just gonna take it. Hence, I tried my best to share with you patterns and structure and everything I did in my recent ones, okay? If they give you the right structure, they give you the right candlestick pattern and chart pattern, you can take it down, okay? I repeat, if there is a big if here, if they give you the right pattern, the structure, you can take it down. So let's look at the CAD today. Let's look at the CAD, okay? Trend day. We were actually anticipating it to do what? To come down, right? To come down here so that we can take it back up, okay? This is an important key level. These are important key levels over here, okay? These are also important key levels. However, what are they doing? They are not doing that. They are not dropping. They are not giving us that opportunity. They are actually holding the high and the closing price. Okay, so based on the behavior here, we will be observing it carefully. Okay, because if they give us the right pattern and the right candlestick pattern, okay, we can actually get a sell high opportunity. Okay, so you must be able to differentiate these things. Because sometimes you come and they gave you this and you want to force it up and they didn't give you an opportunity or show you a sign of going up. Of course, yes, they can end up going up. So that's what I'm saying. At this point here, we need to understand exactly what I shared with you, okay? Let's say, for instance, now what are they doing? They're just consolidating here, okay? An opportunity to sell high, or they can come and give an opportunity break structure here, come and retest and give an engulfing candle, then they go all the way up. So you must be careful, okay, and use if they do this, I'll do this. But now you can see this is completely different to what we are looking for. We were looking for them to come down so that we can take a buy low opportunity, okay? But here they are presenting something else. You must be careful, okay? Don't enter things blindly. Here, there are many possibilities at this current moment. Why? Because they are holding these levels. They can most likely break out to the downside, retest, and come down. Okay, so those are the things we must actually pay close attention to, or else they can go to the upside, break structure, or give a pattern and give a very beautiful candlestick pattern. I've explained all those things. Okay, let's look at something again. If we look at USD JPY, you see, this is a trend day. Why? Because they broke this high. Okay, they broke this high. Okay, so what do we do? If let's go to an hour, you can see it's not just one candle up and then they're back in. They broke, closed up, broke, closed up, broke, closed up, this closed up. So this was a break. This was a trend day. Okay, so when we get a trend day, what do? Step one, we mark it during the night. Oh, this did qualify to be a trend day, right? And then step number two, we wait the following day. That pullback can happen the same day or it can happen the next day. However, we wait to see a pullback to where? To key levels. We have amazing key levels here. We have this key level here. We want to see what are they doing here, okay? If they keep breaking up, well, good. You're not just going to buy because they gave you this one candle. No, you need to understand candlestick pattern or chart patterns here, okay? And structure as well. We have this one as a key level, good. We have this one as a key level. So we want to keep observing what they do. If they come and break this low, well then good, we have nothing for the day. However, look at what they did. They gave us railway tracks. I told you about 3 most important candles. They give a red one, okay? And then this other one can be red, it doesn't matter, okay? It can have a wick or whatsoever. And then they give us a green one, okay? Okay, yes. And then again, I shared something like one candle goes down, a very big one, and then instantly another one comes and closes up. And I told you this is a railway track. Just watch the video I pinned in the first comment. That's where I went into detail on every single thing, okay? So when you look at this candlestick pattern, you see this is a railway track. Let's come and see what did they give. What is this? This is on a 15-minute time frame. This is a railway track. These two candles are at a railway track. Remember guys, this is USD JPY. It has the yen, so it can move during the Asian session. It has the dollar, so it can move in the US session, okay? You just need to know that if it has this and this, it can move in which session, okay? So what did we get? We got the railway tracks, okay? If you switch to a lower time frame, you will see market structure. I want you to go and practice this one because I shared them in detail, okay? Then all the way up. This is 82, easy. You hold, okay? You take one, you hold half because mostly it will close far from the high. So these are the simple things we talk about each and every day. These are the simple things we talk about each and every day. These are the things that we need, okay? These are the things that we need. Okay, now let's go to New Zealand. This is another scenario. Another scenario where they will give you something like this. They break this level over here. However, the next day, what do? They just collapse. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Because they just collapsed. They didn't give a beautiful opportunity to continue. These days are there. That's why I'm saying it's not about always being inside. Most of the time, you'll come and everything will be gone, or they will not give you the setup you are anticipating. It's important to sit on the hands and wait for the time when they do give. Wait for the time when they do give. If there is nothing, just sit and do nothing. For me, okay, when I came here, I can see, oh, it's gone. What am I going to do? Nothing. Am I going to chase prices? No, I'm not going to chase prices. So sitting on the hands is very important. I just wanted to share with you all this because I can see all the scenarios happening. A scenario where they give us something beautiful, however, when we come, it's gone. A scenario when they gave a beautiful setup, and a scenario where the setup is still in play. The setup is still in play. You see, this setup is still in play. We want to see what do they do. What do they do here? We want to see how are they going to behave here. If they just keep collapsing, then it's fine. We want to see what happens here. If they collapse again, it's still fine. We want to see what happens here because sometimes they might just be coming here to actually come to stop hunt these guys over here, okay? Or else you can use the expansion tool where you take the high and the low of the day. Now I have these areas here, the 40, 50 and 60%. So they are going to retest to one of these areas. Mostly it's 50%, but with currencies, I know they can sometimes come to 40 or 60, okay? So I added this 60 and 40, okay? However, this is just a tool. We want to see mostly where they're going to retrace to. So yes, they are at the right place. They can give us something good and go up, but we just want to see because we still have these areas here. If they keep coming down, want to see what they do to these areas out here. However, if they keep coming down without giving us an opportunity, obviously we're not going to take it, okay? So those are the most important things we need to know. I believe I've tried to share all these things in deeper detail, and I believe because you are seeing all these things in play and I'm explaining, I believe this will help. So guys, for the executions, I will make another video. However, I believe I've shared with you executions are based on a chart pattern. They're based on candlestick patterns inside the 21 EMA, and if you want to add more size, you can use also the 50 EMA, okay, where when prices close inside the 21 EMA with an engulfing candle, you take the first execution. And if they close inside the 50 MA, you can add another size, okay? And to understand these things in more detail, just watch my video below. And guys, as I always say, it's very important to read books, okay? To read books. If you see, this is a candlestick book, okay? which is actually called Get Started in Candlestick Charts by Tina Lagon. Okay. However, there's Japanese Candlestick. There are many books. Okay, any book you can get relating to this industry, please utilize it, because you are gonna get knowledge. Okay, you can't read a book and come back without knowledge. Okay, it's very important. I enjoy reading a lot of books. I learn a lot of things from books. So guys, if you really want to stay in this business, it's important to actually read a lot of books. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's important to read a lot of books, because some of these things I might be sharing these things like this, but for someone to understand this, you might have to watch this many times, and you might also have to read other books as well. Okay, that's why I actually also try to give different kind of playbooks with a step by step guide. Okay, these are the strategies I use step by step. Anyway guys, I really appreciate you. If you are new, hit the subscription button so